Welcome back to another fantasy draft challenge style rebuild here on Madden 26. We already did the opposite side of the ball version of this where we had pick 32 every single round, but we had to only draft defensive players. Check that one out if you haven't already. Spoiler alert though, it could have went better. I suppose what rebuild couldn't go better? But, of course, in this one, we are going to be drafting at 32 every round, but only allowed to take offensive side of the ball players, which should be a little less challenging. But to make it a little bit harder, we are not going to be able to take QB until round 5. I'm not even sure what we're going to be looking at there, but, you know, Jordan Love, CJ Stroud, Caleb Williams, you know, these kind of guys would make it rather easy for us to develop a team. So, not going to be doing that here today. So, with that being said, if you guys end up enjoying this video, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and then biggest thing you do is let me know what you'd like to see next, whether it just be a regular team you want to see rebuild, or you have an idea for a challenge rebuild of yourself, maybe featured on the channel, and we could do that rebuild. Anyways, offensively, definitely want a good running back. Gibbs is a really good running back, right? Taylor, a little surprised he's not a little higher than a 96 by now, but hey, that's fine. He's still very good. But at the same time, running back, you can kind of wait a little bit, right? Like, you can wait a long time for even a Breece Hall, Bucky Irvin. I mean, there's just so many good running backs. You have almost unlimited choices at this point. Thinking wide receiver is probably going to be our number one, because by the time we take that number one wide receiver and we get to the next round, we might be lucky to see T. Higgins there, right? And I think wide receiver outside of QB is probably the hardest to develop on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, I guess you can argue O-line, but they're not as important technically. So running back, quarterback, wide receiver. I think first pick, though, I'm going to go with Puka Nacua. This is a guy that I almost never grab, and there you go. I mean, he's one of the best wide receivers in the league. And with that being said, that is going to be our first pick. Quarterback now in the second round, we already see a lot of those names we talked about just gone, right? Daniel Jones is still normal development trade, so not really going to work with him there. Dart's probably your next bet, then McCarthy. You know, it's already a significant drop-off. Do have running back, though. Still have running back, which is tempting. Now, wide receiver, actually a little bit better off than I thought it was going to be. Really tempting to take DK Metcalf. I've always had a lot of success with him. What about tight end? Maybe O-line. It's a tough one, man. I'm just curious. I know this is like tempting myself, but I do want to see like what would we have. Oh, Nick Bonito. That definitely would be the draft pick if we could have anyone. Oh, Jalen Carter. Damn, this is painful. Once again, why did I do that? Why did I do that to myself? And I'm actually having a tough time because I think I do want to go running back. It's not going to be Jonathan Taylor as much as he's killing it in real life. He's just a bit older than the rest of the guys. I do wonder, though, could you not wait for a James Cook? I'm thinking, this is tough because Jahmyr Gibbs has been a guy that's not really developed well for me. But if I need to come into a game, you know, when we have these playoffs, assume, you know, sooner or later we're going to have the playoffs, I would probably rather have Gibbs out there, right? This is tough. This is so tough. What's the break to? Oh, I'm not going to go Bijan. I think Bijan Robinson is just a bit more Madden sim worthy. That's all I got to say about that. Take a look at running back. Oh, wow. We could have Taylor. Okay, so I sold. Wait, no, I didn't, because we still have DK. Well, never mind. I guess either way, it doesn't really matter. I guess, you know, the question is, do you want Robinson or Gibbs? Because those two, I imagine, would have been gone. I think they're mid-thirds. Interesting. Interesting. That's a left tackle. Sweet. Oh, I didn't even think about it. We could cheese it with Hunter. That is a move. That is a smart move. Who I'd have to take, like, now pretty much if I wanted him. So I'm kind of debating it because he could go O-line as well, which, I don't know how much the overall matters, but it would be nice to have a sick line considering, you know, the whole point of this thing is to have, you know, a sick offense versus a sick defense. And screw it, I'm going to take Christian Darrisaw. I didn't think I was going to, but we're going to go for the lineman. In real life, I think that's a hell of a move. It's not round 5 technically, so we have to wait at least another round. Could be Cam Ward if he's still around. Wow, we really sold on running back. We could have James Cook still. That's insane. But wide receiver is also still here, so you do kind of get away with a bit there. Is Travis Hunter there? I think he's gone, right? Damn, we sold. We should have taken Travis Hunter. Do have Tetaroa McMillan, 81 overall. I believe he is still superstar in the game. You also do have DK, who is guaranteed superstar. He's also 86 overall. Would be interesting to go with Tetaroa. Do you have Chris Olave as well? You got some pretty good names. It's been a little while since we've had Olave. I'm interested. Again, I don't remember if McMillan's been changed in Dev or not. I don't think so, though. Screw it, let's go OP. DK Metcalf. I don't care if he's 27. We'll just training camp him right away, and we're looking already at an 88 overall, most likely. Next position, you got a lot of tight ends. Laporta is probably the best tight end available in game, at least. I mean, he's a very good tight end in real life as well, but I mean, you could argue some of these other names might be a little bit better. Tucker Kraft, still only star, which is a little tough, but I mean, got to stick around. Hasn't really stuck around. Tyler Warren, what's his Devin game? Has he jumped to superstar or no? It's a new name for me, I'll tell you that much. And again, even though I don't know what the value is for a superstar, a high overall lineman, I'm gonna do the realism route and take a sick line. I'm also happy that, well, actually, I can't say that for a fact, right? No, Cam Ward definitely would have been gone before this because we have pick 32. This is the end of the 6, so yeah, he can't have been taken in between. So Cam Ward would have went sometime early round 5, which is when we unfortunately would not have had a pick. I mean, at this point, your options are Anthony Richardson or, like, I'm not even sure at this rate. Like, Sanders, who's a 66 overall. Yeah, things aren't looking so good, huh? We got to take tight end now, too, if we want somebody, like, high. Tyler Warren, 84 speed. You know what? The Packers fan in me, I mean, not even just a Packers fan in me. You look at the guys that are remaining here. Tucker Kraft is the best of the bunch. I mean, look at just basing by speed. He is significantly higher than the next guy. So, Tucker Kraft is going to be our guy. 24 years old, 84 overall. Looks good. A little high for a tight end, but why not? And now we go for a Sam Cosmi, very high overall. Looking like we might bring him back to tackle, can't lie. I mean, look at the running backs that are still there. We sold so hard. We really did. But at the same time, who's the guy instead of him, right? And now I'm actually kind of thinking Golden might be our move. I really didn't anticipate it, but based on pure value, he's the best wide receiver here by a mile. So I guess we're taking Matthew Golden. And there's been a significant drafting of O-line, so in my opinion, AVT is by far the best available. And at this point, I mean, I've tried to develop Anthony Richardson a million times. Let's try again, I guess. And Fashanu, still superstar, so he'll finish out the O-line. Oh, Scadaboo is there. I've had a lot of success with him, so not saying he's going to be our starter, but not a bad pick. At this point, though, I think we're going to be drafting guys that are maybe trade bait. I don't know what to do with this because it's a weird spot. It's like, yeah, oh, Pitts. Got to go with him. But, yeah, I don't want to make too many trades. I think Trade Finder is the only way we're allowed to trade. That's the way I'm going to do it. Oh, Rodgers, he's got to have some value, right? He's got to have some value. Rodgers is a bear now, technically. We've done it. We've ruined the league. But, yeah, just best available type picks is going to be what we do. And then once we get to around 30-ish, we'll start drafting, all the other positions that we need to fill, with low overalls to at least fuel the roster in case we don't get any trades. All right, the draft is over, and we're starting to make trades. We trade Rodgers, Connor, and Pearsall to the Buccaneers for a first-round pick. Then we trade Romeo Doubs, Mac Hollins, and Pat Bryant to the Broncos for a second-round pick. And for our final trade, a couple linemen and a wide receiver for a second-round pick from the Colts. We still have to do training camp, but this is what the team looks like for season number 1. We are a lowly 75 overall. The offense obviously looks pretty good. We do need a quarterback, but outside of that, the offense does look very, very good. We have DK Metcalf, who can be an 88 overall, potentially, with our training camp that we still have yet to do. Anthony Richardson, you never know. Maybe he gets a start at 71 overall. That's not bad. Offensive line, obviously, is very solid looking. And then you look at the defense. It's a disaster, all right? It is not good. It is, maybe you get Pegues because he's a rookie. Simmons a rookie. Maybe Robinson. I don't know. When you've got multiple Green Bay cornerbacks, because Bo Melton is a cornerback, you're doing bad, all right? Either way, year one, let's see. I mean, it's the offense. The offense can carry. You know what they always say? Offense wins championships, right? That's the saying, right? All right, contract. This is why you don't draft linemen. You know, we're paying $20 million for a freaking lineman. This is not good. Thankfully, it is a fantasy draft, so we should be fine, but not guaranteed. Tucker Kraft, that's a 5-year deal if I've ever seen it. Okay, I guess he's on the fence. Maybe get over it. I don't know. We'll have to take a look at these guys. We talked about, you know, Robinson, Pegues, Simmons, maybe have a chance to develop. Probably not. Bonner, you know, most of the defenders are going to get replaced. Hey, Anthony Richardson got his breakout. He needed 300 yards and 1 pick or less, and he did it. Also, Bonner, we were trolling about his star dev now. And not the worst season. We went 7-10. We'll say we did have the Falcons offense on the later portion of the season, which is where we actually started to see some wins. I think it was right around here, whenever we had that Anthony Richardson breakout scenario. Anyways, let's take a look at the numbers. Anthony Richardson finished way better than he started. But yeah, with star dev, he might actually be the future. So we might not actually need a single player on the offensive side of the ball. It's just all on the defense. But yeah, I mean, you look at 14 sacks for AVT, 15 for Darisaw, 9 for Fashanu. I mean, Fashanu maybe for sure. But, like, well, what's the point? What's the point of going for O-line? It doesn't apparently matter. Tough. Either way, let's take a look at the yearly awards, which features Joe Burrow winning MVP. And do we have anything? Oh, wow, of course, Teteroa McMillan, dude. We should have taken Teteroa. Oh, that's a disaster. Either way, 7-10. Definitely could have been a lot worse. Winner of the Super Bowl is the Cowboys over the Chargers. Take a look at our dev-ups if we had any. Anthony Richardson sadly does not. But these are all base sliders, by the way. I didn't change the sliders. I felt like, you know what? I think we could just roll with the base sliders, and I think we're not wrong. 83 overall. Rest of the team, you know, those are the same dev-ups and devs we expected to have. Team did pretty well for themselves. Defensively, we had a couple of dev-ups, but overall, other than maybe like 1 or 2 players, like Robinson being one of them, not a whole lot of guys that I'm looking forward to keeping long-term. So most of these guys probably will be gone. And there goes Adam Thielen and Laken Tomlinson retiring on top of it. And some mentor guys going away, unfortunately. But as far as negotiations go, I don't think we want to keep any of these guys. We want to replace, like, pretty much all of them. Maybe Jackson you keep. Everyone else, free agent. Even special teamers. Well, let's see if there's anybody in free agency. We could use anything on corner defense, pretty much. Especially a corner. Problem is, you're going to usually see mainly running backs at this point. Anyone at all. Austin Booker. Hey, Bear, maybe. Defensive tackle. Not really. Darius, maybe. Phillips, maybe. What about the other edge? Isaac. Miles Murphy. Don't love it. I don't love it. I mean, it's a fantasy draft, so I expected pretty much this. Obasa. I mean, that's a 4-year deal. If he develops, that's theft. It's the easiest contract you could ever sign. 73 overall. You could easily draft a 23-year-old 73 overall, so I'm not too mad with trying to sign him at all. And corners, pretty much not much going on, Wally. We always do that dance, and it never works. Not a dance that ever ends well. Mustafa, safety, probably. And then strong safety. Ooh, Winston. Definitely going to go for Winston. We'll offer the guys, and we'll see if we get any of them. We'll update you. All right, here are our offers. We are the #1 team on all these guys. Let's see if we get them. We get all but one. Who the hell was the one we didn't get? As long as it's Winston. That's the one, like, hey, I can't lose him. Everyone else, fair enough. I can't even remember who the hell the other person was. Might have been, I don't even know. I honestly couldn't tell you. Oh, yeah, Bassa. I do know. Damn it. Either way, not a bad collection, especially, once again, Winston. That was the huge prize for us, I think, which we landed. And, of course, let's take a quick look at the draft picks, see what we're looking with. 5, 8, 40, 43. So, outside of Denver, you know, not a bad collection of picks here that we made a trade for. All right, we are in the draft. We have pick 5 and 8 in the first round. I have also made another rule. We are not allowed to trade down, but we can trade up. And the reason why I'm going to say that is, oh, did one of my edge rushers? I thought I had one of these guys as a top 5. I think Craig went from top 5 to top, whatever the hell, round 1 true talent. So he's still really good, but he was a top 5 a moment ago. Although I will say this cornerback is top 5. So I'm not sure what's going to happen here. Like I said, we can trade up. I'm going to allow it, but I can't trade up to 1. So hopefully, okay, Waller's still there, meaning there's a possibility here to trade with the Saints for this cornerback. I mean, it doesn't show them as their biggest need. Let's see what their cornerback needs are. Do they have good corners? I mean, they definitely need a corner too. I'll tell you that much, but I don't know if the game sees that. Do they see that corner too as a need? I don't really want to give up more than this. And obviously, we don't have that much depth. Do you want Evan Neal? Do you want Emory Jones? I'd prefer not to get rid of Emory Jones, but Evan Neal? Okay, maybe I do have to get rid of Emory. If this gets us a trade, I'm down. Damn, really? They need a freaking right tackle. That is a solution. Maybe not the best solution, but it's a solution nonetheless. Kyle Pitts. You want Kyle Pitts? Okay, that's sweeten the pot a little bit. I'd prefer not to give up more than a 6th. I'm going to have to give up at least a 5th this year, huh? Okay. Boom. Damn, son! Okay, I'm just going to take the hope that they don't trade, they don't take him, which they will. I knew it! Why? Why did I not believe they would take him? And then Craig goes 3. Oh, my God. It has gone so severely downhill, you don't even know. Well, I suppose. Do we go edge rusher? We have McCutcheon as well, though. He looks good, but he's not, like, must-have good. I guess this pass rusher is who we're going to take. I really don't like this guy at all. This is going to be a disaster. 42 true. Oh, no. This is why we trade down. McCutcheon goes. Not that I would have taken him anyways. And then we're now at 8. I should have traded up. I don't know why I just crashed out. I should have traded up. Hopefully one of these other corners are good. I mean, they all look pretty good, these corners, so hoping for the best. Westbrook looks arguably better, so we'll see. Cortland Westbrook, A-man coverage, B zone coverage, 17 true talent. Wow, okay. Another normal dev. That's fun. Who wants to see a magic trick? This edge rusher is about to make my happiness disappear. 64 true talent, although ironically enough hidden. Better than the guy we drafted all the way up at 5. Or wherever, 8, whatever we took. Wherever that edge rusher we took is, he's garbage. He's useless. I wish we didn't do it. But we did. There's not really much more to say. What a disaster. Middle linebacker, is that what we're going to take? He looks so raw. I know he's a 1-2, but I don't know about that. Kennedy. Mason Kennedy. 82 true. Hidden dev at least. Slow. 86 speed at 4.4840, by the way. What? What are you talking about? And then, of course, all the DTs we have are all, like, freaking nose tackle-y types, so that's great. I suppose Drew fits as that DT. 72 true. Hidden dev. Okay, we're starting to pile up a little bit on the hiddens. That's good. That's progress, sort of. We got so much more to go for. I don't know what to take here. Don't really need O-line. Guess I just take the best DTs back to back. This Tate fellow looks pretty damn good. So Tate, Robert Tate, and then the next pick is going to be, if he's there, Gonzalez, I think. 68 true talent. I will say, as the draft goes on, we're getting more hiddens, which is kind of crazy to think, but it is exactly what's happening. Gonzalez, the guy that caught my eye. A finesse, got that smaller build. We actually have a trio of DTs. We do! 3 hidden dev DTs. Now, obviously not a perfect draft. Could use another corner. Could use some linebackers. Edge, we'll see what happens with the normal dev, but okay. And even though we don't really need O-line, Max Randolph's going to be the O-lineman pick. 93 true. Hidden dev. Beautiful. And we still have draft pick. 7th rounder, John Harris. Hidden dev. Wow. So we really got unlucky those first 2 picks. And then everything else since then has been great. Zach Wheeler, why not? Hidden dev. There is no way. Our only normal picks of the draft, I think, were our 2 top 10 picks, right? All these other guys were hidden, weren't they? That is crazy. Like, literally every single other guy. I don't know how that's even possible. This edge rusher, 83 finesse, in fairness, is very good. Auto starter. And then, Westbrook, 77 overall. Very good. Auto starter. But at the same time, all of our hiddens came out of the first round. Like, they were from the rounds past the first round. Actually, kind of insane. We'll take it. Superstar, dude. He's a million times better than our 5th pick overall. That's wild, man. Imagine we would, I don't know what it would have cost us, to be fair. Maybe we lose some of these guys, but imagine we would have traded up for the corner or the edge or both. Crazy to think. Could have been a truly goated class. If we lost a lineman or a DT, I could live with that. I could live with that. Pick, 8 in the 3rd round. If we lost that, fair enough. It's kind of crazy, though. Very good DT. I was expecting, 72, 73 power move, 78 to 80 block shed. That's exactly what we get. 57, no way. Ratings. Superstar. Our 2 quote-unquote edges from the 2nd round and 3rd round were superstar. Yeah, we'll take it. What a draft. Let's take a look at the other guys, though. So Waller, I almost called him Wallner, 81 overall, and he's hidden dev. He is only 5'10", but I don't really care. It's a rebuild. It doesn't really matter. Even in user settings situation, thankfully he's only star. Still crazy L for us to take, but if he was an X Factor, that would have been the craziest of L's. And then here's Craig, 78 overall. Please be normal. He's not. 88 finesse. He's basically a slightly better version of our guy, but actually has hidden dev, who is a superstar. Sweet. Before we head into Season 2, though, also, I didn't mention it, but we started this thing before the Thursday roster, and then I decided, you know what, I'm going to come back to this, which makes no sense. I should have just waited, and we're going to finish this now. So, yeah, started this way before the upload date. Some out-of-date... What that way? Wait, what? Wait, we have injuries on? What do you mean? But yeah, it's out of date for no reason at all, other than I just timed it weirdly. So it is what it is. Okay, the team looks good. The team looks very good. Take a look at the defense now. I mean, we definitely need some situations going on here. I don't want either of them start. I think I wanted Paul and Mondin, not Luafau. Either way, yeah, I don't know why this is doing what it's doing. What's going on here? All right, the roster's fixed. Kind of, because I still freaking Luafau starting. But other than that, yeah, this is what the team looks like. Still a lot to work on. But for now, I don't hate where we're at. I really don't. So many different DTs would start. I don't know who the hell to start. But yeah, this is the squad, 84 overall. Don't think we're making the playoffs right away here in Season 2, but you never know. Hey, Chris Paul Jr. goes to star dev. Might actually have ourselves a long-term player here. Not having a great start to the season, but we have contracts to look at. What about Paul? Sam linebacker putting in that kind of work, huh? Interesting. He's actually number 3 on this sub linebacker role, too, so I'm a little surprised, but... Here goes Robinson wanting almost all of our money, guaranteed, but that's fine. He obviously deserves it. Fashionu. High potential. This is the first year we're actually putting, like, XP sliders high, too. Have the O-line at 200, which it should be. Like, the O-line just develops so slow in the game. Pitts is a backup. I don't know why I almost just signed him. I'm used to, like, guys like him being starters, so... Kind of puts you in perspective how good our freaking depth is. AVT might be a free agent. He's kind of in that weird spot. 85 overall, 27. I kind of see his max being 86, 87 at this rate. And obviously, Paul, we got to do a long-term deal, 4 or 5 year deal. Get that contract in there. Winning percentage, well, that's never going to happen, so I don't know what you're worried about. We're never going to have a coach with a winning percentage. And then I think you let everyone else go. So we got a lot of money. For now, we're looking okay. So we're back with the old train again. The train of... Why do we suck? We're always on a board. We don't know why we're headed to that destination, but we are. Every single time. Every single time. Let's take a look at our overall versus the rest of the league. Again, we're still pretty early into this thing, but as you can see, per usual, We're the highest overall team, missing the playoffs dramatically. It's not we lost 1 or 2 games. You know, a good team can still, in theory, miss the playoffs. This is a full-blown, we're top 10 drafting again. Miss. With the Falcons, though. Bills D. I don't know. Maybe the Falcons, isn't that good, but I've seen their quarterbacks win some MVPs. I like the numbers. I do. I just don't like the win-loss numbers. Of course, O-line was garbage, which is laughable at best. Pass rush, expected it to be pretty bad. Maybe rookie of the year if we're lucky. Yeah, still a lot of development needing to be done on defensive side of the ball, but are we really losing because our defense sucks that much? I guess. Apparently. Was that Savion Williams winning Offensive Player of the Year? So yeah, that Falcons playbook's pretty good then, huh? I gotta see this. This is crazy. How? How is he even playing enough to get Offensive Rookie of the Year? Like, what's his overall? 83 overall after a season like that, huh? Yeah, the Vikings and Steelers in the Super Bowl. Winner of this one is the Steelers. Take a look at the dev-ups. Hopefully Anthony Richardson. No, but 86 overall. Matthew Golden, 88 overall. Superstar, by the way. What a talent that guy is. Wide receiver 2. Metcalf's 91. Team looks good, especially on the offensive side of the ball. Defense, did we do anything here? We didn't actually look at the DTs, so... Actually, no, we know one of the DTs was superstar, and apparently 2 of them were superstars. Unfortunately, our first round, very high draft pick, Edge, who had 8 sacks, did not go open dev, so that pick sucks. That pick was a complete waste. Kennedy, superstar dev. Paul, we already knew about star. Cool. We'll take it. Defense Rookie of the Year with Kennedy. Gets the dev up to superstar dev. And yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of work to be done. That's all I can say. Defense needs a lot of love. Negotiations, we took care of pretty much everyone. I mean, Pitts is great and all, but unless he wants to accept a 1-year, maybe 2-year deal, don't think we're going to be keeping him. Yeah, we could get him on the tag, though. Let's see what the tag is. Yeah, it's a little high. I mean, we can afford him. It's just, he's not really playing anyway, so. Other than just being worried that he's going to become a freaking, opponent to us, I don't really see the value in keeping him around. All right, free agency, you got Jake Ferguson. Sweat is interesting, but he's not really a scheme fit. Tarheeb still. I'll take a look at these corners, but Tarheeb still might be a move. 83 overall is not the worst I've ever seen. And pretty much everyone else I'm not really interested in, but still might be. Still we might be wanting. Oh, wow, 5-12 is actually good enough for the first overall pick, by the way. That's crazy. We were the worst team in the league with the highest overall. Somebody over at EA's got to wake the hell up. They're sleeping all day long. I don't know what they're doing over there. What are we doing? I don't care the playbooks. I don't care the schemes. I don't care if the coach and quarterback are literally getting in a brawl every single game in the locker room. This team is too good to be the worst team in the league. It is the highest overall team with the worst record. Explain it. Just explain it. You can't. You physically can't. Oh, defense is bad. I don't care. Plus, the defense shouldn't even be that bad. They're a 90. But yeah, they're the 32nd defense in the league pretty much. And as much as I like still, 4-year 55 is crazy. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, I mean, sure, we'll be in the conversation. If he wants to be on the team, sure. But no, other than that, yeah, I'm not paying that much. That's too much. So, I don't know why I thought it wouldn't go, but it did. First round pick overall for Nick Bosa. We'll take it. I need an edge rusher. The cornerbacks suck. I'm to the point where I'm not crashing out, per se. But I need to cut a corner or two. So... yeah, we're going to be trading a little earlier than normal. We're going for it. We're damn going for it. And give it to us. J.C. Horn, second and a third with a sixth in Scadaboo, sadly. Over to get that cornerback. I mean, we have the best team in the league now. There's really no arguing it. Our D-line looks good. Bosa, boom. J.C. Horn, one sec. Give me a sec. One sec, boom. Team's goated. Team's got it. We'll still do the draft, but there's not a lot we need anymore. Except, we need a linebacker. I don't know if I'm able to make this move, but we'll try. All right, we're all the way to the third round. We're going to have to make a trade up if we want this linebacker. So Jacksonville, here we come. This is going to be the weakest draft we've ever had. This is our only draft pick. This third round pick. Wait, who the hell are you? Who is this? He doesn't look bad. Sure. I mean, it seems like we're to that point where teams are so stacked that they don't even need draft picks. They don't need these players anymore. They're just passing on them. 72 true. He is hidden. He is hidden. That's our only draft pick, though. Wow, what a draft we just had. Beautiful. 72 overall, auto starter. Let's take a look at the dev. What do we got for the dev? Dev is only star, but automatic starter. We're happy with it. All right, here's the season for number 3. We have not done our training camp yet, so Richardson's an 88, Kraft's an 89. In theory, sometimes they don't get the +2, but usually it's +2, especially for, position like wide receiver, tight end, edge, because those actually sometimes give you double upgrade. But yeah, the offense, I mean, just looks so good. It's just so good. How is this the worst team in football? Of course, we add Nick Bosa. We add J.C. Horn. There's still some weaknesses. Our safeties could be better. Our linebackers could be higher overall. But at the same time, there is a lot worse as well. You could be a lot worse. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully, Bosa can carry the team. See if we can win ourselves a Super Bowl here in year 3. Holy crap, by the way. Tucker Kraft off the line was insanely fast. Okay, he's getting cooked now, which is just kind of hilarious, to be honest. But look how fast! The speed is crazy! That is insane. That is actually insane. Like, you can't cover him? He's uncoverable. Okay, we'll take it. Well, I mean, this is the freebie. I think, actually, to be fair, we might need to get to this corner. Oh my, this is not good. Yeah, I don't know if that's enough. He's not really separating. There you go. There it is. The gold. I just need superstar dev. I don't ask for much. Damn it. All right, contracts. So we're going to start losing some players. Can't afford everybody. Trey Smith is going to be one of the cap casualties, I think. Golden's an interesting one. I kind of expected less of a cost, but yeah, he is 89 overall. Higgins obviously definitely gone. For now, though, we're okay. So you could at least try to keep Trey on like a tag. I don't think you can let a guy with all the speed that Golden has go. So we'll do a contract there. And then maybe a 1 year for Trey. Surprised we actually got Trey Smith on a 1 year 28. Normally with a red bar like that, you don't get the contract at all. So, I probably would have gotten him cheaper on the 5th year or the tag. Worth it, though. Just got it out of the way. Why not? Just guarantee that we get him for another year. Also, I'll keep the fullback for at least another 2 years. Or not. Okay, I guess 2 year 9 for a fullback isn't enough. Are you serious? A fullback? Genuinely no change in scheme since last season. We lost the final game to the Packers. Of course we did. 15-2. 15-2. What changed? 2 players? That's the change. Of course, we went up in overall as well. A lot of players went up. That might be a big part of it, but still, it's crazy to me that all of a sudden we're just good. You call the game out, and they're like, oh, hold on a minute. Let's not get too hostile here. Well, you can have the playoffs next season. Of course, worse rushing performance, a better season for the passing game, especially if your name's Puka Nacua. Everyone else, they can go F themselves, apparently. Puka's going to get his. He says, forget everybody else. It's my time to shine. Pass rush. Why is Dobbins not the starter? Or maybe what? How did this even happen? I mean, I don't really care. Who cares? As long as we get our fill statistically. Kicker, punter. I still don't know why we have this kicker, by the way. Like, why do we not have someone better? But again, I am okay with the numbers I'm seeing here. MVP goes to Sam Darnold. We are number 3, so this is like 2 Falcons for the price of 1. We'll take it. Puka Nacua, the Offensive Player of the Year. Any rookie awards? Maybe the defense? No. Not at all. Not at all. QB2, running back 2, wide receiver 1. O-line, no. D-line, number 4. Best linebacker at number 9. Best DB at no. And kicker at no. But we get the bye week. We're finally in the playoffs. We have a chance here. Year 3, Super Bowl chance. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Can they auto-sub? I'm so confused. I really don't know why I still don't even know how to say his name. Bilote. I don't know why he started, but sure. 94 to the Panthers. 85 was that? Oh my god, if we lose this game. I swear the Panthers are not getting revenge over the trade that right now looks horrendous. I do want to use Anthony Richardson, though. Like, I never get to use him, and I really wish I could. So I want to see what that's like. Look at this offense. Just look at the team we're seeing here. Like, are you seeing this team as they get no blocks for us? Again, I'm excited, but also worried for the next franchise team we do, because, again, I really do think the sliders only properly apply when you first make a franchise. Hence, once again, why it's so much harder during these rebuilds than our Panthers franchise. Even though this team, like, this offense, again, I know, I always forget, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that part. The other teams in the league for our Panthers franchise are not as good as our team over there. So that could be a big part of it. This is a wide open Robinson, by the way. I mean, you just can't. Again, I just think that ability is so OP. It just shouldn't exist. I don't even know why we allowed that to exist in our Texans franchise that one year. Like, that ability is so busted. It's stupid. It does not belong. Play action. Just a little dump off to... Is that Gilliam, dude? I can see why he's not choosing a 2-year 9. He's a freak. That is why he has denied the 2-year 9, because the 2-year 9 is not enough. He is a weapon. Oh, my God. Forgot Anthony Richardson's very fast, by the way. Could maybe run with him, perhaps. Look at him, though. He's like Cam Newton if Cam Newton was, like, faster. But also if Cam Newton couldn't throw a damn football. Sorry to say that. To the 7, by the way, with an insane throw as I speak of that. DK? I mean, this has got to be zone, right? There's no way they're going to cover him. It's zone, which means that Nakua's down to the 1. I know. We're influenced the game, but I really just wanted to play as the team. You know, whether it's we win this game. I cannot believe that's not a touchdown. I got to see this back. Whether, you know, we make a, you know, another game in the playoffs or not. Dude, how is this not a touchdown? What? That's crazy. Guy's the strongest man alive. No free play. Robinson will get in this time. Thank you. Robinson's smooth with it, by the way. All right, end of the game. Let's see if we are moving on to the championship round or not. 14-3, pretty good start. 14-10. Panthers aren't going away. 7-point game now. Just about halftime, and it is halftime. 17-10, 24-10, 31-10, and it's a 34-10 victory. We will move on to the championship round. No revenge for the Panthers. This, just based on, like, speed as well, not just straight overalls, devs of certain positions, this might be the best team we've ever built. And I know we're lacking on defense, but this offense, Anthony Richardson with all the speed, the strength, the throw power, you know, the accuracies, Bijan being as good as he is, Nakua, DK Metcalf being, you know, one of the most OP players in Madden since he, you know, came through the draft. Disgusting, by the way. 87 overall, Saints. Tucker Kraft super fast, multiple superstar linemen. This is definitely the best offense we've ever had, I think. Because I don't really need 2 6'4" guys that are fast. I think DK spreads the field. Nakua wins every matchup. And then Golden's very fast underneath. Tucker Kraft's very fast. Bijan, I mean, you could throw to him as well. This is arguably the best offense we've ever had, especially by year 3. For sure by year 3. This is a hell of a team. See if we can actually win a Super Bowl with them. I'm just talking about us using them. Like, we've had better statistics offensively. We've had some crazy teams. But, yeah, if you're trying to use this team, you can't move down the field. I don't know who you are or what you're doing. Because even on these sliders, my game crashed. And I'm back. Maybe the game ran out of storage space. I don't even know. That's crazy how that even happened. I'm just back. From the dead, baby. 31-9. We're headed to the Super Bowl. That was weird. I don't know what that's about, but sure. It's got to be something to do with the storage space. We got a lot of files here that I have not deleted. Cam Ward looking good, but Richardson looking a lot better. Let me tell you that much. Just a lot more touchdowns as well. H.N. fumbled twice. DK Metcalf talking about that man again. Playing well. Drew, 3.5 sacks, by the way. No picks, clean kicking. I mean, just a deserved game. Deserved win. Locked them down while playing great on offense. Can't ask for much better than that. I almost just simmed it. The Jets. The 89 overall, 9-8 New York Jets. Go to the wild card. They obviously had to play a game in. They won by 3 over the Broncos. They won by 1 over the Bills. And they won by 1 over the Steelers. I'm not being funny. This is going to be a murder. We are going to murder them. Look at our dev-ups, though. A lot of them. Nakua, he is now an X Factor. What a player. Wide receiver of the year, offensive player of the year. Everything of the year. Anthony Richardson, the first time I've actually developed him into like a superstar. Actually a superstar now, 91 overall to go with it. Defensively, nobody, I think, went up in dev, except for the free safety, actually. Sucks that Westbrook's still normal, but he's an 87 overall, so I can live with it. Keandre Jackson. I don't know how this guy developed, but he did. He is the guy. He is also about to be 26, and he's only 80 overall, but still, I like it. I am proud of him. Let's see if we can't win a Super Bowl. There it is for all the marbles. Will we need to even come in? Maybe. I don't know. 6-0 already. 6-3. The Jets. This is a win for them so far. 13-6. It wasn't going to last forever, but hey, maybe it will. 13-3. We're losing. We missed the extra point. Brother. Come on. There you go. 27 all. Okay. Hey. Okay. It's a 3-point game. Just need a touchdown. You win the game. Oh, okay. That's not good. It's still not over. Just need to stop. It's 3-1. This is actually crazy, by the way. How is this Jets team even remotely close to us? Come on. This quarterback's going to QB sneak it in. Oh, we're not. Good stop. Wear and tear. Sure. Okay. Wear and tear is going crazy now all of a sudden. They're going to kick the field goal. I don't know if 6 points really changes much that 3 wouldn't have. Especially if you block it. Which we don't. Yeah, you have over 2 minutes. You have the 2-minute warning. You have a timeout. That's a Jets decision for you. That is the Jets being the Jets. That's all I can really say about that one. On the return, Armstead. I don't even know who this is. He kind of moves. I mean, it's year 3. Let's let the AI see if they can finish this. They're going backwards. They just got sacked. How do you even get sacked if you're Anthony Richardson? It's like not even possible. All right, clock moving. We have that one timeout. Don't get this. We lose the game. I'll be real with you. I kind of predetermined that to Tucker Kraft. It's a terrible throw, and we lose. I predetermined that to Tucker Kraft because nobody else looked open. Oh, you can't get down the field. You suck. Well, we suck. Like, the only option at this point is maybe Golden. He's starting to pull away a little bit, but that's a long throw. It needs to be perfect. And then you do have Robinson only because of the bump, which I didn't anticipate at this point. I see him running. I think he's going to catch him. Then he bumps into another guy. We had Robinson. Woof. We're not going to have a year 3 Super Bowl, I think. What's this clock situation? Is the clock running? It is, but maybe they kick it early. We get a block for a touchdown. That'd be insane. They do. They almost ran. The clock almost went. I don't know what they're doing here. But they win the game 33-27, so it doesn't really matter. They knew better than we did, I guess. Take a look at the stats. Fair enough. Wow, dude, we just lost a game where Puka Nacua went for 234 yards and 3 touchdowns. Well, that's another record never being beaten. That many yards and not winning is crazy. Well, that is disgusting behavior. We are now going to be trying in year 4 to win a Super Bowl. The things that suck about these fantasy drafts, unless it's a 0 overall rebuild for a fantasy draft team, you kind of run out of things to draft and develop, right? So at this point, I'm not even sure what we're going to be looking for in the draft. All I can be sure is that whoever it is probably not going to be able to play a factor for us. Because there's just not a position on this team that we have an opening for. Wide receiver 3 maybe. No, wide receiver 4, excuse me. Corner 3 maybe. Teams go to free agency. Trey Benson's not a bad backup name. Jordan James, Tootin. I mean, just a bunch of backup running backs. And yeah, I mean, we're trying to save our money because the guys we have on the team are going to cost a lot. Actually, you know what? What is Richardson's contract? Did we pay him something crazy? Oh, it's GG, huh? We got 2 years left, and he's on like a super cheap deal. We're having a day. We're not worried at all. All right, pick 31 in the draft. I don't know what the hell we're going to be drafting, but maybe tight end. I mean, I don't know like who we really need to replace. Right now, we have quite a bit of cap room, and we already have Trey Smith, you know, factored in for that, and then Metcalf's kind of factored in, and Cosme somewhat factored in. You know, you might have to double those contracts, but you can deal with that. Same with Westbrook. He's already contracted. AVT will be replaced. Amarian Hampton will be replaced, but I mean, really, we don't need anybody. And then you look at the actual roster itself, and I don't really know if there's an upgrade to make. Like, this is a sick-looking team. Of course, we barely lost last season, but still, I don't really know what you can upgrade. I'm looking at safety, I guess, and that's kind of it. I had tight end on there because why not? Back up to Kraft. I don't know. I think at 31, we're just going to look at safety probably. Wait, edge is like goated. Wait, hold on here. Wait a minute. We also have the wide receiver. We have the tight end, Josh Fernandez. The wide receivers were pretty fast, I'm pretty sure. Barber's actually not as fast as I thought he was. Ortiz, I think, is the one. Yeah, 4.3 40. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking edge. Carey looks pretty good. Finesse is A. Ethan Carey, that's going to be the choice. True talent 13. And hidden dev. I was thinking he was going to be normal. I see those types all the time. Like, they're normal dev, which sucks, but they're like 83 plus finesse. So it's like, oh, well, that's not that big of a deal then. It's not bad. Tight end's still there, by the way. But the safeties, I mean, they all look pretty good. So I'm not really sure who I want at this point. I guess you just look at athleticism ratings because you have 3 guys that are B to C. You know, Jamie Moore looks pretty good. And then I'm not going to go Crowder because he just doesn't have the true talent. Sutton's very good as well, but I think you go with Moore. Let's see, Jamie Moore. This is going to be a normal dev, isn't it? Wow, 14. So 13 and 14 true talents. No, actually hidden. I'm half tempted to make a trade up. I kind of want to take a look at our safeties one last time real quick to see the contracts and, you know, how old they are. So Winston doesn't need to be replaced. So yeah, we're chilling. We don't need another safety. And yeah, I mean, as we obviously have that tight end still there. He's around 1. Why not, I suppose, would be my counter to this. So let's go and trade up with the Jets. All right, lose the 3rd or 4th, and Emory Jones to the Jets for pick 64. Can't wait to find this normal dev tight end. Josh Fernandez, true talent 18, almost got 13, 14, and 15 with, yep, I knew it. But I wanted a backup tight end. I regret everything, but we'll still have at least 1 lineman. I couldn't even tell if I drafted him. I was so quick with that. 41 true talent, 191 drafted at, ooh, another normal dev. Huge L. And then for our final pick, we'll look at kicker punter. And if there's one for both, we'll trade up to land them both. We're going to A, kick accuracy, A, awareness, elite kick power kicker. So, yeah, true talent 3, that's a generational. We are cooking. Draft recap, 77, 77, 77. Kicker was a 79. This is actually a really good draft class, though. Damn. That's what I'm talking about, though. I usually see that as a normal dev player, but he actually is hidden. If he's higher than star, this is actually one of the better pass rushers we've seen. Like, super sneaky better, right? Like that D block shed, I think it was, and, you know, he's kind of undersized, but no, he's actually insane. Like, 87 finesse. Like, if you put that at DT, that is one of the best DTs in the entire game. Obviously, he's not a DT, but I'm just saying, just for perspective. Put him at number 30. I was really hoping we got superstar. It's actually one of the positions we can kind of upgrade, and he will be starting. Fernandez, let's take a look at how good he is, even if he is normal dev. I mean, it's standard. I'm not really seeing much there. And then kicker, let's take a look at that accuracy. I'm guessing 79. 85. Wow, he's actually really good. Well, that's our kicker. Finally, a dev trade upgrade. It's been like, I don't even know how many rebuilds. Normally, I just don't show them. We get them every so often, but they're usually pretty minuscule. This one, it's been like 6 rebuilds now. Finally, DK Metcalf's an X factor. I always go QB into wide receiver first because they're the 2 best to do. All right, contracts. Again, we've had a 1 year for a Trey, and it was more expensive than that. We might be able to get that exact contract. 3-year DK, I mean, now that he's an X Factor, yeah, why not? Let's knock that out, which he takes. We definitely like it. I mean, he, again, one of the best players in Madden ever since he's been drafted. Keandre Jackson. I like Hampton, and we could probably afford him, but 2-year for Cosme? Come on, man. Just take the damn deal. We also do have to be weary that we have to pay Anthony Richardson next season, so I definitely want at least 50 to 60 million left over. I'm willing to do a couple of those 1-year deals for the linemen, but I don't want to do much more than that. All right, we're going to have another chance at it. We are, of course, in the playoffs, and we do have another first-round bye. Ironically enough, the Giants have fallen all the way to the 3 seed. They were undefeated at 7-0. They beat us, went to 8-0, and they just kind of fell off near the end of the season. They would have had such an advantage to try and win that first-round bye over us, and unfortunately for them, they just kind of sold. These are what the numbers look like, or the season win-loss record. And then, of course, looking at the yards, 46. 46, that's just the way it is. Touchdowns and yards, 46, 46. Looking at rushing, Bijan Robinson, very good average. Touchdowns are a little low, obviously. Anthony Richardson is just saying, F it, I want MVP. Golden, great year. Metcalf, solid. Nakua, you know, you'd expect more, but we're kind of using these guys as the main two because they need to develop more than Nakua does. And then Kraft, maybe enough for a dev up. Probably not, though. O-line was actually pretty good. Bosa was ridiculous. 12 sacks for Tate, 10 for Dobbins, 9.5 for Drew. I like those numbers. Picks weren't the worst. Kicking was okay. Punting was good. Team looks good to me. I don't know what you guys think, but I think this could be the year. Year 4, dude. It's just the year. MVP for Richardson to go with it. We have Defensive Player of the Year as well. Best QB. Running back was, or wide receiver was number 2. O-line 1 and 2. It sucks. I would rather have Cosme. We just paid a 2-year 42, and he's only star. D-line number 1. Number 2 for the linebacker. I mean, the team had a great year. Let's see if this is the one that finally gets us the Super Bowl win. And we're taking on the Vikings, who we lost to in Week 18. This could be the trap. We haven't beat by 9 overalls as we're approaching 99 overall. All right, go to the next game, or end of the game, not next game. I don't know if we're going to get to a next game as Drew Sanders picks us off immediately. Thankfully, the Vikings did nothing with it. 21-0 against our division rivals here. Looking very strong. 21-3, and that might be it already. 28-3. Although, ironically enough, we're using the Falcons' freaking offense, dude. You never know. And we do finish the job. 35-13. And looking at the numbers, wow, Richardson wasn't great. Obviously, Purdy wasn't either. But 3 picks for the MVP of the league in the playoffs is kind of insane, especially when your defense is basically not allowing you to be pressured. It's like, as long as you can score at least 13 points while at home, you're good to go. And if you can't do that, I don't know what you're even doing, to be honest. But we did not have to worry about that. We got the job done, and we are cooking. We're cooking. The NFC Championship round is next. Didn't see if the Packers are... Oh, Lord, the Falcons. Oh, Lord, I'm about to say I didn't see if the Falcons are... Or the Packers or Lions were in there. The Lions were the worst team in the NFC. The Packers just slightly missing out. Atlanta Falcons. We haven't beat by 7 overalls. Let's see it. Here we go. The end of the game. 0-0, 3-0, 3-3. Falcons having a much better start than the freaking Vikings did. We're down by 10 points here. I mean, I'm feeling confident anyways, but yeah, for a moment there, you know, 17-20. I mean, it's not over. This Falcons team can win. Kind of took a shot at them a little bit ago. 24-20. Got to get a stop. We get it. Touchdown would win it. And there it is. So, I mean, despite, well, maybe not, but to say despite, kind of choking here a little bit, we do finish the job, and the team will. The Falcons just never stopped, though. They never gave up. Thankfully, we were just a little bit better than them. See what kind of game Richardson had. He had 4 touchdowns. 0 picks this time, though. Very good game. Looking at the rushing, Bijan Robinson. Bijan killed it. Receivers, pretty good numbers there. Golden involved as well, so all 3, the big 3, if you will, did well. Tucker Kraft's like kind of the only guy that's not really a part of the big group of receivers. Like, he's been good, but he's not, 1,000-yard good for obvious reasons, right? The scheme's kind of holding him back. You put in the Chiefs scheme, and he's, one of the best tight ends in the league, so it's not really surprising, but still. And speaking of the Chiefs, there you go. The Chiefs are here. Don't know who is their quarterback, but let's take a look at how they got here. Do they have the bye week? They did not. They beat the Texans by a lot. They beat the Chiefs by, or the Broncos by a little. and beat the Steelers by a little. We've been kind of underachieving as well, so I can't really say much about that. DevOps, Richardson's an X Factor. Golden's an X Factor. This is the best. Oh, Kraft did go to Superstar. This is the best group of receivers we have ever assembled, I think. I mean, just honestly, considering what Anthony Richardson is with the throw power and speed, it might, like I said, be the best offense. Deep accuracy is iffy, but it might be the best offense we've ever assembled. Right? Like, I think DK Metcalf alone is enough to make your offense run. He's just so OP in the game. And we have more than that. We have Nakua and Golden. O-line's insane. Got all the superstars and whatnot. Moore was the starter, but for some reason, I don't know why, he just got pulled off there. Westbrook went to star, which is great. We'll definitely take that. Now your corners are looking good. I mean, I don't know who you can afford going down the line, because Richardson's going to take like all of that $74 million we have, but for right now, I mean, obviously I'm not worried about that, because that's next season, and we might not have a next season if we win this game against the 89 overall Chiefs. For all the marbles, can we do it? Oh, Lord, we give up a ball instantly. The Chiefs up 7-0. Defense is doing what it can against this Chiefs offense, 14-7. And at halftime, it will stay 14-7 as they fail to score. It's a 4-point game, and it's not a 3-point game. This offense, which we talked about how it's the best we've ever had, maybe the best we've ever had, kind of struggling a little bit. It's actually the defense, and it's kind of been cooking a little bit. Like, take it, yes, some of the scores have been high, as we are going to win the Super Bowl. Some of the scores have been high, but that doesn't factor in, the other side just, wow, Jalen Hurts is a Chief, that's interesting. You've become what you hate. But yeah, we've given up a lot of short fields. I mean, I think back-to-back playoff games there, or maybe 2 out of the 3, we've seen a first drive interception giving up short field position, So can you really blame the defense there? Not really. Offense could have definitely played better. I mean, the numbers, like the talent they have. I don't even know. Did we actually get out on the field with this offense? I think we did. Again, these rebuilds, man, I'll do like an hour or 2 of a rebuild, and then I'll just go to a different rebuild or a different video, and then I'll come back to it. I don't know how my brain even remembers which file is which and what to edit and all that, but it does. Thank you, brain. Appreciate you. Looking at the quarterback numbers, though, Richardson, not his perfect game, but definitely a good one. And then Robinson, definitely not his best game, but good enough. Tucker Kraft, we talked about, I'm not part of Big Three. I'm not part of the Big Three. It's like, well, I guess technically you're not. You're part of the Big Four. He did have the best game receiving. Nick Bosa killed it. Byron Young got a pick, by the way. That's not exactly a coverage guy, but sure. As we have won the Super Bowl in year 4 for, I don't even know the amount of times this year. We've done a lot of rebuilds already, and we're like, are we a third of the way through the Madden cycle? Dude, where is time going? Let me see. August. So August is a full month. I guess, do you count that? So September, November. Wait, huh? September, October, November. So we're like a fourth. Well, it's like 3.5 months. So sort of. We're almost a third. I don't know where I'm even going with this, but we've done a lot of rebuilds. We've won a lot of year 4 rebuilds. That's Super Bowl wins. That's where I'm at. Okay. Let's take a look at the team, though. I mean, again, these guys look pretty good. We already seen Richardson. Did we look at DK? I can't remember. Nakua. We kind of had him in the back burners. That's the problem with these rebuilds where we have, okay, to be fair, we kind of did cook. But, after a while, sometimes you put the guys around the depth chart because you're like, I need to get this guy dev up. I need to get that guy dev up. And then by the time the rebuild's over, you realize, yeah, you developed the other guys, but your main guy was being limited, DK really not putting up great numbers for us. This final season was solid, but Golden, he obviously had some really good seasons. Short route's bad, which, I mean, if you're going to want somebody to have a good short route, you probably want him to have it. He had 2 really solid seasons, kind of mixed around. And then Robinson, I mean, look at him. I mean, look at this. Is he going to start actually going for power back? He is, so he's going to get really good. Looking at the numbers, his worst season is real life. That's kind of crazy. It's very good seasons. O-line, do we care? Not particularly. Again, I mean, what a team. What an offense, man. Does not surprise me that we failed the defense one, but won this one. That's all I'm going to say. Spoiler alert. Sorry if you wanted to go see that one. Spoiler. But looking at the safety, I don't care. He just got here. He's not going to have good ratings. Chris Paul Jr., no coverage, but insane block check. Could play defensive tackle if we need him in there. Kennedy, or some would like to say Frankenstein, based on that face model, which I don't know why that's a thing. Crazy coverage. Again, put him at pretty much anything, even though he's not fast enough to play corner. I don't know why we're looking at the freaking devs, because he did not go up in dev. And then the other side of him, Baker, 84 overall. Actually a really good player. Do we have him in the right spot? Sam linebacker? I think that is where Sam's on that side of the image, right? It is. Okay. Winston, 86 overall Winston. Not bad. Really good zone coverage. You know, young. He was one of the guys we really focus on that first free agency, and it worked out. J.C. Horn, 91 overall. Good press man. Zone's good enough. Very, very solid player there. And then we have Westbrook, 90 overall for Cortland Westbrook. Good press man corner with a lot of speed, 94 speed to be exact. Let's take a look at the D-line now, where most things get done for these teams. Dobbins, very good overall. Like, very good player for his overall. Very impressive. And then we take a look at the other side. Nick Bosa, 99 overall. I mean, he's got really nothing we did for him, but yeah, he's freak. He's insane. There's a reason why he put up all those sacks, which I don't know if that's an NFL record at this point, because obviously, you know, many seasons have gone by. There might have been a team that had a guy that do 28 sacks. I don't know. What about the DTs? Yeah, I mean, not bad, actually. And considering he's not even a pass rusher, you got some big DTs on this team. Or is he a pass rusher? And it's Tate I'm thinking of. Either way, they're good. Okay, they're good DTs. The unit is good. I actually want to see again. And Drew, what was his pass rush? No, he is a nose tackle, so... Two big DTs somehow putting up sack numbers. We'll take it, I guess. And then Carmichael already an 83 overall. And I never changed the special team XP. I just think they play so long that it's just kind of stupid to do that. But yeah, anyways, that is going to be it for this quote-unquote challenge style rebuild. I mean, it's harder than if I were to able to just draft who I wanted when I wanted. You know, having to only go offense definitely makes the defense harder to draft. But I will say this is actually a legitimate strategy. Because, I mean, again, I think offense does win championships. I know they always say defense wins championships. They say that because you can complement a bad offense or complement an average offense. But if you have a prolific offense, it doesn't matter how bad your defense is because you can just keep up putting up points, right? So this is actually a legitimate strategy, as you can see here. Even though we limited ourselves to not drafting a quarterback high, we ended up with a perfect offense. You can't really get much better than this, and we can afford them, which is crazy. And then in the end, we actually did land a very good defense to go with it. So, yeah, that's going to be it for this challenge style rebuild where we had pick 32 every round and only could draft offense. If you guys have any ideas, you know, similar to this or just some other type of idea, let me know in the comment section below. If you have any other ideas you want to see, you know, if it's like a myth you want busted or a different type of, you know, following the career type video, because we might end up doing the creating the best player series soon enough. Because I imagine there's going to be some different players in that top slot. You know, maybe Nakua has some of the ratings that we need for wide receiver, whereas in the past Maddens he probably wouldn't have. So definitely interested to maybe do that this year. And that's about it. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, I appreciate your continued support on the channel for sure. Hit the bell notification to all so you know when the next upload is up. Follow me to Jeromepkr, second channel PK plays for non-Madden content. And we'll be back tomorrow, likely with Panthers off-season. Again, I'm not exactly sure how we're going to play this final season, whether it's going to be we play it like normal, we do the full season in one video, we do the full regular, you know, we do half and half of the regular season, and then we do the playoffs. Maybe we just sim straight to the playoffs. We'll have to see when we get there. Maybe we'll have some sort of poll. I don't know. Regardless, though, long intro is over. Hope you guys come back for next video, but until next video, see ya!